Hi, I'm Dr. Cynthia Leah Clark, and I've been asked to talk about what is a forensic psychologist. Well, a forensic psychologist can do quite a few things. A forensic psychologist delves into something in more detail. They can be an expert witness, testify as to what's going on, fit the pieces of the puzzle together. They can be a profiler. A profiler is one who determines what is going on with a criminal. Who is that serial killer, that mass murderer? Uh, what's the picture of the criminal they're looking for? Who is he or she? What is their age? What is their race? What is their economic background, their educational background? When will they strike again? That's a profiler. The forensic psychologist looks into the person in question and may do testing as to why that person committed the crimes, or why that person is on trial, or why that person is doing the behaviors that they're doing. They go in depth looking at the behavior patterns of a particular person, whether they're caught or being investigated for some reason, or whether they are yet to be caught. A forensic expert looks at different motives. They look at more than just psychotherapy, for example, or therapy. They work with the court system. They may work with the FBI, the behavioral unit. They may work with police departments. They look beyond. They are putting the pieces of the puzzle together. There was an old television show out years ago called Quincy, where he was a medical examiner. They're kind of like a Quincy of the mind. They are putting the pieces of a puzzle together to determine what's going on in that mind, whether they have the mind or don't have the mind, as to why certain behaviors occurred. So forensically, they're examining what went on. They may do suicide autopsies to determine, did a particular person really commit suicide, or was it an accident, or was it murder? So you're looking at a lot of different things when you're looking at a forensic psychologist. They're going beyond what we think of as a psychologist and the old couch. They don't do that. They look into fitting together the pieces of why the behaviors occurred. Why did somebody rob, 10 banks? Why did the serial killer commit the crimes, or who is the serial killer? Why did a suicide occur? And basically, that's your forensic psychologist. It's more of an examiner, putting together those pieces. They might do a series of testing on the person, and then they go into court and explain why they feel somebody did or did not do the crime in question, or why there are mitigating circumstances in that crime. So it's a myriad of activities that they do. And a forensic psychologist may do all of them or just one of them. They could do just profiling and be one of the best profilers, or they might do testing and be an incredible tester. They could do expert witnessing and just go through records and look at inconsistencies or consistencies. Or, like I said, they can do a combination of all of the above and delve into the mind of a person and find out why the puzzle is kind of scattered and not together. So that being said, that's what a forensic psychologist kind of basically does, and I hope that answers your question. It's a series of putting together the pieces of the mind and why it sometimes fragments, and why we need to look at it, and we look at it criminally, we look at it from a testing point of view, we look at it from a profiling point of view, we look at it from a court point of view, from a police point of view, even traffic court sometimes. We look at it from child custody, who sometimes is the better parent, or where the child should go. That's a rough point from forensics, investigating child parents molestation. That's rough, but it is part of forensics. So forensics can be used in all aspects of life when investigating what's going on in behavior, in psychology, and in the mind. So I hope that answers your question, and that's a basic overview of forensic psychology.